I've been hearing an awful lot about Obamacare lately. Who hasn't? But there's a lot more wrong with healthcare in the United States than one piece of legislation can fix. Some of it is systemic. Some of it has to do with people. And so it was that my wife talked me into seeing an ophthalmologist recently. For those of you who don't know, my vision is sometimes referred to in the medical field as, holy shit, can you even see? Yep, that's me. Bottle bottoms? Hell, bring on the whole 2-liter bottle. I went to see my wife's ophthalmologist because of a condition I'll refer to here as stubby porcupine. I've had stubby porcupine since I was a child, and I've been living with it my whole life. My wife, always an optimist, figured that we should get that fixed because over 40 years of working towards that goal had gotten me nowhere. Quite simply, at the ripe really old age of 48, there's not a whole lot you can do for stubby porcupine. So I went to see her doctor. Let's call him E.E. Runnymucks. Runnymucks decided to help me with my problem by first testing me for about 1,000 things I had either already told him I didn't have or just flat out couldn't have. In the end, they had nothing to do with stubby porcupine, but it sure did help fill his wallet. Then he decided I needed treatment for dry eyes. I don't have dry eyes, I told him. Do your eyes ever feel itchy? No. Do you ever need to scratch them? No. On and on the questions went, all aimed at diagnosing me with dry eyes so he could sell me the magic dry eye pills he had prominently placed in his front office. Dry eyes aside, and why wouldn't they be, Runnymucks moved on to his next gold mine. Your field of vision has some problems due to a bit of a sag in your eyelid. Really? I asked. Why is that? Oh, it could be related to any of 100 different ailments. Like? Well, this is when Runnymucks went into what I'll refer to as Star Trek Next Generation speak. I didn't understand a word of what he said, and I'm pretty sure the language was designed especially for that effect. But what is causing it? I finally asked. Well, he said, yours is likely due to advancing years. You see, as we get older, parts of our body begin to sag. So I'm just getting old? I said. Yes, he admitted, but we can fix it with a simple surgery. Your insurance will cover it. And that was it. Plastic surgery for what was basically a droopy eyelid. And not super droopy either. It's not like I had to carry it over one shoulder. Why should I get surgery if it's just old age? Don't worry about the expense. The insurance will cover it. I suggested just opening my eyes wider, and Runnymucks reminded me how exhausting that is, and anyway, my insurance would cover the surgery. And there we were. It wasn't that I needed the surgery, but that my insurance would pay for it. But that wasn't all. You may also be at risk for glaucoma, Runnymucks said. Am I at risk for glaucoma? I asked. We should have you get a second opinion, he decided. So, off I went to see another doctor. Let's call him Chucklehead. Chucklehead ran through all the same tests as Runnymucks, and then some. Along the way, he asked me, do you ever feel the need to rub your eyes? If you do, you may have dry eyes. In case you're wondering, Chucklehead also had a big display of magic dry eye pills in his front office. I was still tired of this from the last time. No, I don't. Scratchy? No. Irritated? No. Flaccid? I don't have dry eyes. I just wanted to get out of there. But there was the other gold mine. Your field of vision seems to be obscured just slightly by a drooping of your eyelid. If you'd like that corrected, your insurance will cover it. This is the old age thing? I asked. Yes, but your insurance will cover the procedure. Or I could just open my eyes wider, I told him. Yes, but that's so exhausting, and it could prove dangerous. dangerous? His answer came by way of some bad SNL sketch where my eyelid could droop too far while I was driving and block my vision and I could die in a collision. Or my eyelid could get caught in an elevator door and tear my face right off. Or my eyelid could catch on the wing of Air Force One and... Listen, I said, I'm fine without the surgery. Honestly. Chucklehead didn't appear too happy. In the end, he gave me a clean bill of health on the whole glaucoma thing, and that was the end of it. Just a few visits and my out-of-pocket expenses were already cripplingly high, and nobody had said one word about Stubby Porcupine. Not Runnymux, not Chucklehead. The only thing they were interested in was finding something they could charge my insurance for. Your insurance will cover it reminded me of when I bought my house a few years back, and the bank kept telling me they'd lend me more money. Listen, I'm no fan of insurance companies. I've worked for a few, and I can tell you they're the biggest con artists out there, next to religious leaders and politicians. But these quacks were no better. They wasted my time, stole my money, and left my wife wondering why I felt it necessary to refer to my double vision as Stubby Porcupine. What do you think of the problems with our healthcare system? Leave a comment below. And be sure to check out my website at kenlasalle.com. You can find my books on Amazon and around the web, and my audiobooks on iTunes, Audible, and other audio sites. Be sure to check out my podcast, So Dream Something, and subscribe to this channel for more videos coming soon. I'm Ken LaSalle.